only had one. My father, no matter what, would always wear his favorite lucky suit for all of our major life moments. My graduation, my wedding, the birth of my daughter, her graduation, every birthday, Valentine's Day, school recital, Christmas, and church service. There he was in his polyester Goodwill Thursday bargain day suit. It didn't matter what the occasion was. He'd roll up in his old beaten-up truck, stepping out with a new patch or a line of closely colored thread. He was a big, strong giant of a man, and he couldn't stop himself from helping set up or tear down or carry something at events. Never failed. He'd end up snagging or ripping his suit on something, and my mom would roll her eyes and smile at him with the biggest, brightest twinkle in her eye that only my dad and I saw. At some point, my mother convinced him to let her add elbow pads, after he somehow managed to rip one and snag the other on the same day. As classic as it looked, he wasn't the biggest fan of the change. He never let her tailor it, just mend it after that. I think he only went along with it since it was my mom offering. I always knew when he was walking nearby if I heard the material made as he moved. Yeah, a good old polyester lining with a polyester exterior. Give him 2 seconds, he would have wrinkles around the elbows and knees. Didn't matter if Mama just ironed it. This day, though, was different. The suit was perfectly pressed, and he hadn't snagged a single thread. It looked almost like he had combed his hair with gel instead of water. Maybe it was hairspray? His big, calloused, gentle hands were folded against his chest. His face was so relaxed, like he was sleeping. That morning, when I looked down at him lying there among the white pillows and sheets, he suddenly looked so fragile and frail. I swear, it looked like I could snap his wrist by just brushing it with my hand. His coat and pants pooled around him in waves of faded gray. Had he always been that thin? That fragile, that weak, that small? The man who worked day in and day out trimming people's lawns. The man who drove me to every basketball game and school dance. The man who built a treehouse for my daughter to play in as a kid. The man who carried me on his shoulders when I was so small. Now it was my turn. The coffin wasn't as heavy as I thought it would be. It held so much weight, though. Every memory and every dream, and every laugh, hug, and smile. My wife and daughter comforted my mom as I carried him up the hill. After my cousins and I made our way up, between the sobs and cries, and my mother's wails, and the sounds of earth being moved, and cars driving away, I swear, I could hear it. The gentle shh, 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 as I walked back down to the bottom of the hill.